Hello everyone, I am Mahesh, Solution Architect of Digital Power Product Line. Thanks for participating in release of top 10 trends of site power. Today we are going to see what is Huawei's vision for the tendencies in the site power domain and how we are going to construct your future network. First of all, I would like to go through some of the updates. As all of us know that 2020 was an extraordinary year. Pandemic swept across the entire globe. More and more users, they change to online channels, and organization and industry followed in turn. We have number of applications such as online shopping, even online healthcare, smart manufacturing. These all kinds of domains evolved during the pandemic. For example, in China, it is impossible to travel without travel code. So, we have seen that ICT is emerged rapidly during the past year, and ICT connection is vital during the pandemic. And we have also seen better ICT is going to contribute to country's economy, and also it is going to contribute to people's livelihood. Next, I would like to talk about the important factor, which is important question in front of all of us. Carbon neutrality is one of the important target all mankind is seeking for. All the major countries such as European Union, Japan, Korea, they have declared their plans for the carbon neutrality. China also have declared carbon neutral network by 2016. United States, which first withdraw from the Paris Agreement, they rejoined the Paris Agreement. More and more countries, they have declared their directions to go for the green energy, and it is projected that the green energy, which is right now 26% only, will go to a substantial 60%. So, more and more countries are adopting to the green society. China in 2020 have maintained their infrastructure plan, which is focused on the 5G and 7 key domains. There was an emergence of number of applications such as AR, VR, online education. There was a huge construction, rapid construction of the data center, and this infrastructure was the key to ensure the growth of the Chinese economy. We make sure that better the ICT, it is going to contribute to the national economy. Energy is always been there throughout the history of the mankind. So, we have a different phases of the energy. First phase of energy is when the man learns how to drill and make a fire. Second wave, we went for the coal and oil gas. Third phase, oil and gas to the new energy. And right now, we are into the fourth wave, which is focused in the renewable energy domain. Also, there will be the emergence of digital technologies such as AI and digital electronics, power electronics. This will be adapted to the power domain. With this, I will conclude with the update part, and now I am going to focus on the top 10 trends of the site power. We believe that this trend will help you to evolve to the new technologies at ease, and also it will transform the energy as an auxiliary system only to energy which can add new values to your network for the carriers and the enterprises. So, I will brief about each trends one by one. With these trends, we will clearly see an insight in the future domain, and we will know how to transform your energy network. Power digitalization is inevitable trend, because the traditional system from the power generation, transmission, storage and the distribution to the consumption, it is isolated. There is no coordination in between. We had made exciting innovations. We have ensured the digital power technologies and the digital technologies submerged together. This is going to help us to add bit flow to manage watt flow and bits to manage watts. This is going to have efficient power generation and consumption. This is the trend which is power digitalization is inevitable. Operators and carriers, they are having new technologies each year, but in the front of energy it is lagging behind. We have issued and we have projected a architecture, target network architecture for the energy part in 2019. We want to ensure that whenever you are evolving to a power system for the future technologies, it should be without adding any energy related OPEX, and the CAPEX involved should be optimized also. To ensure that, we have ensured some of the key technologies such as power electronics, storing technologies, cooling technologies, sensor, IoT and intelligent AI and cloud. These kind of technologies help us to ensure simple, intelligent, green and reliable energy network, which will help you to evolve to the new technologies, but without adding energy related OPEX. Right now we are saying that zero carbon network is the important point. So, the zero carbon network is our trend number 2. Traditionally what is happening, most of the power is by the fossil energy. There are a lot of diesel generator working around, and because of that there is a huge amount of carbon emission. Apart from that, the traditional legacy site have the site energy efficiency less than 60%. That is going to add on to the OPEX, and it is going to result in the new technology innovation. It is going to lower the profitability of the new technologies. More and more countries are, and the operators, they have given their plan for the carbon neutral network, such as European Union, Korea, Japan and even China. Some of the key operators such as Vodafone, Telefonica, Orange, MTN and other leading operators, they have all mentioned what is their target year and target plan for the carbon neutrality. Right now we have seen that in most of the countries, the power generated by the photoelectronic technologies such as solar cells is much more cost effective compared to the grid, and each year this price is lowering down. So, we want to emphasize the usage of the solar panel as much as possible. Apart from that, we are going to ensure some of the advanced technologies to ensure higher yield from the solar panel. We are going to ensure a smart kind of O&M for ensuring that whenever we are adopting these kind of technologies, it should be much more efficient for the operators. Carbon neutralization is a concept which is end to end, followed end to end. It consists of variety of the cutting edge technology adapted from the generation stage, transmission stage and on the application stage. So, smart PV will utilize the optimizer to generate a higher yield. For example, there will be wideband gap devices which will help us in the transformation, and there will be the application of the cooling technologies such as bionic or natural heat dissipation technologies will be adopted. All these technologies will be the key DNA to ensure lower electricity phase and the lower power consumption in the entire life cycle from the module level, site level to the network level. Proceeding with this, I would like to give some of the references which are made by Huawei in the past few years. So, I would like to narrate one viewpoint here. We want to ensure that the solar panel should be accessible to each site. The diesel generation are having a lot of kind of pollution. We want to ensure that the generators should be phased out. We want to give the two key indicators here. First of all, I would like to give the example of a DT in the Germany. So, we have ensured with our solar panels, we have ensured 5700 kilowatt site consumption, site kind of energy generation per year. This is going to ensure again win-win situation for the operators in the Germany. Also, I would like to give examples in the Pakistan, where we have ensured 81% of the OPEX saving. With a 0 DG operation, we have reduced the carbon emission 18 tons per site per year. Similar examples are followed in the Greece also, where we have ensured 51.2% power saving for the operators in the grids. Additionally, I would like to emphasize a point here that the existing sites are shelter based or the indoor sites, right. So, these sites are occupying more space, they are utilizing more component, and also the energy consumption is much more high. Because of that, there is a high OPEX cost and the site energy efficiency is low. With our approach, we want to ensure that the indoor site should be replaced by the outdoor site with a one site, one cabinet. This is going to help the operator to save the rent footprint and the power consumption will be minimized, and on the top we can ensure you a better kind of site energy efficiency. I would like to emphasize on the third trend, which is lithium for all. As we all know that more and more electric vehicles, they are utilizing the lithium batteries. Because of that, the price for the lithium batteries is going down each year. We are making sure to utilize the lithium in all our ICT infrastructure. I would like to give some examples here. During the COVID-19 especially, the operator have not able to visit the site, and the typical sites which is consist of the lead acid batteries, there was kind of frequent kind of downtime, and you cannot even visit the site during the COVID-19. Because of that, we have ensured our lithium battery approach which is visible to the network. So, you avoid invisible site visit here. All the site parameters are available to you on the one glance. Apart from that, some of the intelligence technologies we are using, that even we can offload the grid whenever the tariff of the energy is high, by allowing the battery to discharge whenever the mains supply tariff is much more higher. We also want to ensure that we want to build a cloud network of a lithium battery. So, based on the IoT module integrated in these batteries, it will be connected to cloud and we will have a cloud of batteries. It is going to enhance the synergy. All the intelligence features such as voltage boosting, staggering can be executed on the cloud layer. So, lithium for all is definitely a direction for the future ICT network. I would like to emphasize that we are the first one who have deployed the lithium batteries in a cellular network, and right now we are in the 5th generation of a lithium batteries. The industry right now, they are providing a basic kind of features with a 3rd generation of common lithium batteries, but our Cloudly portfolio, this is going to allow you to connect the batteries with a built-in IoT module to the cloud network. So, you can have a cloud network of the batteries. It can improve the synergies and you can execute all the intelligent features but much more dynamic manner. This is our Cloudly solution portfolio which can help you to ensure a better kind of OPEX saving when it comes to the battery saving solutions. Apart from that, these batteries are much more robust, they have more capacity is much more compared to the traditional batteries, lifespan is bigger, and we can ensure a kind of secure network because these kind of batteries are based on a material which is lithium iron phosphate. During any thermal runaway, these batteries will not catch fire and we can avoid the accidents which happen during the lead acid battery installations. 4th trend I would like to emphasize is transforming a traditional telecom site to the social site. So, traditional telecom site is just utilized to send the communication information to connect the people, right. Now, we want to ensure by transforming a traditional telecom site to the social site, the same resources can be utilized to give more benefits to the society, such as the site resources can be utilized to provide energy to the nearby resident. We can provide a vigilance kind of capabilities which can provide you a kind of the smart city kind of approach, and we can ensure that these kind of resources are open resources. So, you can ensure that even you can utilize some kind of advertising on this particular domain, and there will be a new revenue generation channel. Because of the ICT adoption, we are developing more and more sites in a factory automation, in the intelligence surveillance. Because of that, transforming traditional site to the social site will be one of the key approach for the future networks. Here I would like to give some of the examples how we have utilized transforming traditional site to the social site approach to ensure a kind of new business models for the operator. I would like to give an example in Iraq. In Iraq, what we have done is that based on our unified portfolio, we have provided the energy to nearby resident. In the trade-off, we have helped the operator to reduce the site rental, okay? And also there is no security issues right now, because you are providing the energy to the nearby residents. Second example I would like to give, in Africa, more and more grid is unstable. So, we can provide this kind of solution for transforming a traditional site to the social site to provide energy to the nearby resident. There can be innovative business models. In the future, you even can trade off providing electricity with solar panels, for example, to the resident, and you can avoid a monthly rent for your site. In China, we have collaborated with tower companies to provide vigilance. These are some of the directions and some of the new business models which can allow you to help the society in a better way by transforming a traditional site to a social site. I would like to talk about the fifth trend, which is energy supply diversification. There will be three kind of approaches. First is diversified energy source. We can say that traditionally only grid and the diesel generator are the input modes for the site, but we believe that more and more site will adopt a green energy in the form of the solar, wind, and even they utilize the intelligent batteries along with the grid. This will be the diversified energy source, which is going to transform single source to a multiple source when it comes for the site energy sources. Second is the diversified application. Traditional sites are city based site only, but now more and more operators are going for the converged ICT deployment. So, the ICT deployment convergence of a different IT and CT component to a unique co-deployment of the ICT will emerge with a diversified application, and diversified deployment is going to ensure there will be centralized power plant which can help you to generate the power. Microgrid will be one of the important direction where more and more grids or locations where the grids is unstable or unavailable, we can provide the energy to that particular portfolio. Distributed generation, from the centralized to distributed generation, will be one of the key direction, and the household or the residential power supply will be one of the direction. This is diversified deployment scenario. So, I would like to emphasize some of the reference cases based on this. First of all, we have ensured in Ethiopia, in a country where traditionally the diesel generator is running 24 hours continuously because of the lacking of unavailability of the grid. We have ensured with our solar operation, we have ensured zero DG operation. This has helped the operator to ensure 12.26 million liter fuel saving. This is going to add on 20k savings per site. This is one of the key direction to utilize the converged power supply. Second example I would like to give, in the Nigeria, more and more African countries, sometimes the grid is not available. So, we have ensured a 24-hour supply with a solar generation, and what is more, the cost per kWh for this kind of generation with a solar power is even lower than the grid. We have ensured a cost from $0.5 to $0.2. Next, I would like to talk about the train number 6, which is a full link intelligence. So, traditional system is having isolated operation from the energy to the single bus, simple AC DC, simple charging and simple power on off. First stage, we want to ensure to inbuilt a kind of AI technologies in the full link. That means, in the generation, in the conversion, in the storage, distribution and cooling, we are going to ensure the intelligent operation. Some of the examples I would like to give. We are utilizing the intelligent solar optimizer, which can help you to generate more yield. This is one kind of intelligent approach we can ensure in the solar power generation. For the distribution, we can utilize the intelligent circuit breaker. So, the idea is to ensure more and more intelligent approach in the full link efficiency. So, in the AI collaboration, I would also like to emphasize some of the key features that can help the operator to have substantial saving. This kind of approaches can be AI optimization, AI peak shaving, staggering and AI forecast. Following, I would like to give you some of the case studies where we have adopted this full link intelligence approach. So, I would like to emphasize one point here. We have collaborated with a tower company in China and we have utilized the AI staggering approach to reduce OPEX. Now, how this approach is working? This approach is going to help you to offload the mains whenever the tariff of the mains is higher. That means, if the tariff is higher, I am going to discharge the battery. That time I can even offload the main supply. This is going to help you to save 17.1% electricity fees. This is one example we can ensure the operator to reduce the OPEX substantially. Next, I would like to talk about the train number 7, which is simple and convergent network. So, the existing network is just isolated kind of boxes which are combined together. This approach is not going to be a future oriented approach, because you have more number of boxes, you are going to utilize more space and also downtime and the maintenance is going to be critical in this manner. So, how we want to perceive this trend? There is going to be a new kind of approach where the network wide convergence and low carbonization is implemented, such as we are going to utilize the modular component, high density devices, we are going to ensure a platform based management. This is going to help you not only to save the massive amount of footprint, but it is going to help you in the simplified life cycle, end to end life cycle. That means, quick site deployment, easy management, simple maintenance and flexible expansion it is going to offer to you. Now, based on this simple and convergent approach, I would like to give some of the cases or some of the studies we have made with operators globally. Huawei point of view, we see that the operator needs to construct the equipment room, but we want to emphasize that the equipment room should change by a site. With our advanced product portfolio, we can even have the same capacity, we can ensure that the equipment room can be replaced by the high density cabinets. I would like to narrate an example of an operator in Mexico. We have an operator named Total Play. For their full fiber network deployment, they have approached our iSuper site solution. The gain for them is that time to market was reduced from 40 days to 5 days and the capex is $20,000 only. So, the operator, whenever they are constructing the equipment room, we want to ensure that with higher density cabinets, we can replace the equipment room. Now, with the iSuper site, we can have super simple, super convergent, super intelligent and super reliable approach, which can help you to cut down the time to market and have a significant amount of saving. This is one of the approach we can ensure with our convergent approach. Next, I would like to talk about our trend number 8, which is multi-mode architecture. Okay? So, traditionally we are going with a traditional approach which can be only a diesel generator combined with a mains power supply. But now with the emergence of ICT technology, you need to have multi-mode synergy and multi-mode capabilities to give a different requirement of the IT and CT component, vigilance camera and different amount of sensors. So, with our multi-mode architecture, we can build a multi-mode capabilities, multi-mode voltage output in a particular converged site portfolio. I would like to give some of the examples here that this kind of approach can be utilized for deploying the safe city kind of architecture. We can ensure this kind of approach to help to open a collaboration with the government platform. Even we can deploy this kind of site for the water quality monitoring, because we are converging the IT and CT, we are converging a different kind of voltages for the IT and CT requirement. Now, I would like to give one example here. We want to ensure with our unified eMIMO platform, we can have energy multi-input and multi-output capabilities. So, we can facilitate the ICT deployment of the various industries such as forest fire prevention. We can ensure that with our unified portfolio, we will have the abilities to select a different energy input, and even we can provide a different output required for the IT and the CT components, which can help to provide a different voltage, for example, for the IT servers, for the cameras, which can be utilized for the vigilance. So, whenever the ICT convergence is needed, we are ensuring with our unified eMIMO portfolio, these capabilities can assist the fast track deployment, ICT deployment of the various industries. Next, I would like to talk about the trend number 9, which is autonomous driving. We want to ensure that a manual kind of O&M should change to an intelligent O&M, intelligent autonomous energy network, which will help the operator to ensure substantial amount of savings in the OPEX, and it will also ensure the capabilities on the site, the efficiencies will be enhanced. To achieve this, we want to ensure the site digitalization. So, first step, with our sensors and the IoT modules, we can enhance the visibility in the site. So, we can ensure with a visibility, we can ensure the visible, manageable and optimizable network. So, we want to ensure that more and more operators who are having a lot of issues for the passive components, they are going to have the frequent site visits. This is going to add on to the cost. First step, we want to ensure that this passive component need to change to the active component. With the site digitalization, we can provide a different sensors to report this information to our NetEco platform. This can help the operator to ensure capabilities to provide more kind of comprehensive operation on the operation and maintenance, such as the reliable power supply, zero shutdown. That means I can predict precisely how much is the backup time and what is the key reason for the site shutdown. I can see all these statistics on the NetEco platform. Second example I would like to give, more and more operators, they are spending a lot of time and efforts to do the battery test, especially during the COVID-19. Here we can execute the remote battery test. We can also ensure anti-theft mechanism capabilities by providing a comprehensive security of the assets. We can even ensure that from the solar panel to the battery, we can ensure this asset to be theft proof, and we can ensure zero waste in energy, because all the site parameters we can see on the one glance. So, if a certain site need to be optimized for a better efficiency, we can also do it on an intelligent platform. So, the autonomous driving will be one of the key direction for the network, and this will be realized with incorporating multiple technologies such as AI, big data, IoT, advanced batteries, and all these components will be connected without using any kind of cabling. So, the connections will be a wireless, which will provide additional gain to the operators. You are going to reduce the manual operation even for the deployment of the sensors. I would like to talk about our trend number 10, which is safe and reliable. So, more and more sites have a increasing accident because of the legacy components such as battery, for example. We want to ensure that this site asset must be safer and reliable. So, the hardware safety and software trustworthiness is increasingly important whenever we are going for the ICT infrastructure of the site. We can ensure the component we have are reliable components. We can ensure that from the small components such as batteries we are utilizing, they are having capabilities which are fireproof, and even these kind of batteries can be having a water immersion proof capabilities. We can ensure with advanced kind of the hardware and the software coding, we can ensure that the site is having a much more encryption based on the chipset level. We can ensure that the process is much more robust. So, any malicious activities cannot have ill effect on this particular site portfolio. So, with our advanced capabilities in the hardware and software, and with our advanced capabilities in the chipset encryption technologies, we can ensure a secure and reliable asset of the site for you. Lastly, I would like to summarize that the network transformation is going from the merely connections to the site, ICT convergence to the comprehensive energy supply services. So, the 4 fundamental principles we are going to follow for the future site constructions are the simple, intelligent, green and reliable. This is going to ensure add-on values to your sites, so that it will help you to evolve to the new business at an ease, and we are transforming the energy as an auxiliary system only to adding on a value with our integrated energy solution. So, not only for the carriers, but for the enterprises, based on our 4 core philosophies, we will help the operator to achieve the best energy network portfolio, and at the same time we will comply with the protection of the earth with our zero carbon target networks. We had made a series of the exciting innovations, and our efforts are well recognized in the industry. We are having a number 1 market share from year 2013. So, thank you again for all our operators, industry partners for standing with Huawei. I would like to say that together we can ensure this journey of innovation in the digital power domain, and we can ensure a fully connected, intelligent and greener world and achieve the success together. Thank you all for listening the top 10 trends of the site power. Thanks a lot.